Call the meeting to order. Call the roll.
Trustee Healy.
Here.
Trustee Katsinas.
Here.
Trustee Milani.
Here.
Trustee Compass.
Here.
Trustee Reardon.
Here.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Here.
Mayor Pico.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the April 3rd, 2023 Committee of the Whole minutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Katsinas.
I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the Committee of the Whole, April 3rd, 2023.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Uniforms Services.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Radiszewski.
I move to recommend to the village board to approve awarding a contract to lease uniforms to Aramark Uniform Services of Mokina, Illinois for 3 years with an option to extend for 2 years at the village's discretion and purchase as needed replacement uniform items in an amount not to exceed the annual budget amounts.
Second.
Is there any comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
2023 Asphalt Pavement Patching Bid Award.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Milani.
move to recommend to the village board to approve awarding ITB 23-032 2023 asphalt pavement patching to McGill Construction LLC of Frankfort, Illinois, an amount not to exceed $456,425, which is $306,425 plus a $150,000 contingency.
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Mayor?
Trustee Healy.
I thought we have a $150,000 contingency on here, and it's, I thought we were trying to reduce or eliminate contingencies altogether.
Trustee Healy, and Joel can chime in here. We are only asking for that contingency because of the very good rate that we got on this bid. So what we want to do is maximize the amount that we've actually budgeted. So the bids came in way lower than we had anticipated, and there's no doubt that we're going to find the work for the pavement patching throughout the year.
Okay, but it's just, but you're saying, so the rate or the cost of the patches is down, we're just going to do more patching?
Exactly.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Trustee Healy, one of the things we talked about was the contingencies, and we had, if you recall, we had all of that sent to us, all the different contingencies, and we're trying to keep them down as much as we possibly can. We had all of those sent to us, and as you know, we really didn't use very many of the contingencies throughout the year. So staff did a pretty good job with it, and in this case, that's why we're doing it, is to make sure that our entire budget is used with this excellent pricing that we're getting, so they don't have to come back to us for it.
Okay, thanks.
The initial list that we got the pricing is for what the holes we currently know of, but we have to repair manholes, other areas are found, so the additional contingency can be utilized for those things that we don't know of yet, but can be completed and repaired this year with those funds.
Are you saying that stuff pops up during the year?
Our utilities sometimes digs and fixes things, and so our street budget has to then fix them.
It's nice to see good pricing in 2023 because we haven't seen a lot of that lately. Call the roll.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
I abstain. I have a family member that works for a non-awarded bidder.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Are there any members of the public here to speak?
Looks like a light
There's
meeting.
one.
Oh. Is Alex here? Jim, Jim or Nicole, could you come fill the seat here? So I think, I think the clerk wants to say something, and believe it or not, there's, no one here has seen this before. I have. Because we had the clerk in my very first term decided to go onto the board floor in December, 6 months after I was elected, and lobby an attack at me. So I don't think that's the case in this case, but there has been precedent of this for the clerk, and since the clerk does not speak as part of the board meeting, that he is speaking as a citizen. So from that aspect, can you state your name and address? And you got 3 minutes.
3 minutes, all right. Patrick O'Sullivan, village clerk, but citizen of Orland Park, 10657 Valley Court. I just wanted to say a public thank you, as the mayor mentioned. The clerk does not have a speaking role, and it's kind of awkward when everybody's up there giving these compliments to our police department, our works department, all these departments, and doing a great job. And I sit there twiddling my thumbs like, well, this guy doesn't appreciate anything, but the clerk does not have a speaking role, and that's the case. So I came over here to want to give a public thank you to our public works department, our administration, our village manager. There was a situation in a building in our town where a lot of the plumbing valves were covered by drywall. Somehow this passed code a number of years ago, like 20 years ago or so. And there was a small leak, and we couldn't find out how to turn the valves off. So I think it's Rick or Rich, the inspector, and Paul, the plumbing inspector, came out and realized that there was a problem. There was a slow leak, and they figured out how to fix the problem, which is fortunate because there's a lot of units in this building, and a lot of these have been found to be messed up. So if there was a big leak, nobody would know how to turn off the water, and you would have property damage, 6, 5, 4, 3 floors down. So they were on it very quickly, and they did a wonderful job, and we may have staved off a bigger problem down the road than what was happening currently. So just want to say thank you to them, and the role here as a citizen. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We will pass that on to Development Services.
Are there any comments from the board?
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani,
move to adjourn?
Second.
call the roll. If he ever gets back up. Where did he disappear to? We're waiting for you to call the roll.
Well, with the new system here, which is good, it took me a
We
while.
have, there's a door right there.
It didn't open. Oh, that? I'll use that next time I speak at the. So I'm assuming we have a motion to adjourn, is that correct?
We do have a motion of adjourn. We're waiting for you
Who
to,
made the motion?
Trustee Malani,
And who's second?
I'll second.
Trustee Radishevsky seconded.
Trustee Malani,
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky,
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Mayor Peacock.
Aye. We're adjourned. And obviously, the clerk doesn't pay a hell of a lot of attention because I've only walked through those doors like every meeting since they've been in place. So he's very observant. So we'll see you in 50 minutes.